Šis ir pieci.
8:37 minūtes ir pareizs laiks. Labrīt, Louis! Louis.
Yes.
Labrīt!
Labrīt!
Labrīt! Kā tev iet ar latviešu valodu?
Jā!
I was thinking we can try to. I was hoping you're picking up your Latvian.
Yeah, well, in a way, in a manner of speaking, but not like the languaging. Okay, so that's what you mean.
All right. Louis Zezeran, cilvēks, kurš ir komēdija Estonija, komēdija Finlanda un komēdija Latvija oficiālais vadītājs, stāvkomiķis, cilvēks, kurš rūpējas par to, lai mēs smietos nedaudz vairāk, ir šorīt ieradies ciemos studijā. And Louis, you're not alone. You have brought a friend with you.
Yes, I have Bob Maclaren from New Zealand here.
I believe I'm Bob's Maclaren's Latvian, isn't that right?
Bob, you live in Amsterdam.
I do live in Amsterdam.
Is that a tax issue?
It's a lifestyle choice, I think you say. Yeah, that's what you tell your parents anyway. Yeah.
Tell us about your lifestyle a bit.
Amsterdam's a pretty cruisy city. I mean, it's the one city in the world where everything is legal. In fact, it's not
everything.
Everything is legal.
Can you carry like a big knife on?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah,
it's your right to carry a big knife.
Yeah, in fact, it's not just everything's legal; it's compulsory there. You know, that's right.
So yesterday, you both of you performed again in Riga, and then Comedy Baltics night at Number Club. How was it?
Great, man, really nice. It was so full, like it was too full. Like sometimes, you know, some people couldn't fit in. That's how many people come. I couldn't believe how many people come. It was great.
It was my first experience of playing a Latvian crowd. Yeah, it was great. They were rioting. They were stage diving and taking their tops off. Well, that was me anyway. But it was.
So you were feeling like a Sex Pistols or
I
something?
felt like
he is. Look at him. He's a Sex Pistol.
I felt like one of the top 5 New Zealand comics in Latvia last night. I really did. I'm getting up there. Seriously.
But not one though. Not one.
Louis, when you first started to do gigs here in Latvia, that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Something. What has changed in this time?
We've had a really big change because when we came here the first time, we were called Comedy Baltics.
Yeah.
And I admit that's a pretty crappy name. I'm sorry. I take the blame for that one. I think everybody saw the name and thought that Air Baltic had started to do comedy. And at some stages, that's the level our comedy was at, budget comedy. No. And then recently, hey, we've done big shows, shut up. And we did.
You have to pay for your bag if you come to our show.
And recently what we did is we were just doing the English shows, and now we've got a group of really great up-and-coming Latvian comedians, and they're doing it in the Latvian language, and they're doing it at all cafes around Riga, they're doing it all around Latvia, and now we're working together. And they're doing it in Latvian, we're doing the English shows, we're all helping each other, working together, just growing stand-up and making more shows. And we thought, Baltics, that's a stupid name, so now we're Comedy Latvia. Very original.
What was the first time the idea struck in your mind that this place in the world is the right one to build like a stand-up comedy following and everything?
It was possibly when I had all that child support to pay in Australia, and I was like, I just got to leave, you know, she's nagging me, so I'm just going to leave Australia. No, I'm kidding. I was a backpacker, and I came to Estonia, and then I came to Latvia, and I'm like, this place is interesting. Bit depressing, but interesting. And then I just started to come back through a few things. And I really liked it here. It was cool. And now I live in Tallinn myself, and we come down to Latvia like at least once a month doing shows, and we're going to come down more and more. And it's not a bad place to live. Stop it with this false pretense of like, oh, why do you come to Latvia? Why do you come here? Come on, it's all right.
No, we just like to hear this, you know.
more that you really love this place, and you don't miss the sunshine.
Oh, you're so good.
And you don't miss the land of New Zealand.
You know what I love about Latvia, Toms? Toms, you're the best. That's the reason I come here.
Thank you very much. I was for a minute I was thinking to start this interview with some Australian. But I remember the first time when we spoke on the radio, I was asking you how's Australia doing. How's life in Australia?
It's great, man. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Bob, you have done some things in television as well.
Yeah.
In your life, you had a particular Discovery Channel show.
I had a travel show on the Discovery Channel.
Was it that like a joking travel show?
I got fired after the first series because my jokes were too rough. People, well, they wanted a comedy, and then they realized, oh, wait a minute, the Discovery Channel's very squeaky clean, you know. Basically, like massaging dolphins and
were you dancing with crocodiles?
Massaging dolphins in a strange way.
Well, I mean, we did things like we went to Paris and filmed the fashion week where all the supermodels are, and then I decided to get on stage myself in my underwear, and I got arrested. So they don't like that kind of thing. But yeah, it was fun, and I still do it. I'm next in 2 weeks' time. I'm down in Mauritania, which is somewhere in Africa, I believe, or.
You're the real geographic star, aren't you?
You have to install some Google Maps on your phone.
And one of the reasons I'd like to bring a camera crew, I don't want to bring a camera crew back here through the Baltic states, I call it, because I don't actually know which country I'm in most of the time at this part of the world. I mean, Louis picked me up at the airport yesterday, and I got off the plane, I went, Louis, what country am I in? And he went, you're in Riga. And I went, yeah, but what country am I in? You know?
I barely listen to him, I just...
Yeah.
But yeah, it's what I do. I make travel documentaries, yeah.
Okay, have you been in every part of the world?
Pretty much, yeah. It's getting. I'm going to have to go to the moon, I think, after this. It's really. Pretty much all of it, I think, now, yeah.
You're so humble about it. Oh, pretty much been everywhere.
Well,
what can I say?
When you're from New Zealand, I mean, there isn't. We're right at the end of the world, so everything's an improvement, you know. The very bottom of the world.
Hey, Louis and Bob, here in our breakfast show, we have this feature. We call it just like interesting news. We did it just before you arrived here in the studio, and yesterday, some dude on Twitter took a photo of Latvian.
It's a children's math book.
Okay.
Not math, but language or something like that.
Yeah, like
first grade children's
book. And there's a tale about who?
Hedgehog.
About hedgehog. And so
looks like that.
Okay, yeah, got it.
And all this made English translation
very
for you.
Fast translation.
Because for the little kids, they're asking in this book to continue the story because it's like stopped in the middle. So you we wanted for you to ask to continue like this tale.
Well, the main reason we did it because you come from Amsterdam.
Okay.
And
you say something about drugs, Bob.
No.
So we thought we'd read a story about a hedgehog to a guy from Amsterdam.
No.
And I think we're on drugs. Seriously, you guys are out there.
Okay.
No. By the way, this story was written in Latvian by six-year-old.
Yeah, it's
So
for
the Prime Minister.
Yeah, but all this made.
It's for the first graders. Mushrooms in the snow.
Yeah.
I know where this is going.
Once upon a time, a hedgehog with a sled got lost in the woods. The snow was deep and the hedgehog was very tired. Suddenly, he saw some beautiful mushrooms in the snow. There was just one problem. The hedgehog has forgotten his mushroom basket.
Of course.
The hedgehog tried one mushroom and he turned in a fox. Then he tried one more and now he's turned into a monkey. He tried one more and now he's a rabbit. He gathered a lot of mushrooms, put them in a sled, and went home dressed in the rabbit's fur. Continue the story.
What's happening next?
Went home dressed in the rabbit's fur?
Yeah.
An old Russian woman or something? Go to the markets?
When he got home, Mum and Dad said, "Where have you been playing, Michaels?" "Mum and Daddy, I've been taking mushrooms in the forest."
Is there a happy ending of the story?
The happy ending is he grows up to become president of Russia and has the crazy drug-addled dream to put the Winter Olympics in Sochi. Sochi. I don't speak Russian. How do you pronounce it here?
Sochi.
Sochi.
We just say Sochi.
Scotchy is that drink you have at the end of the night before you go home.
Yeah. Or in the morning before you do radio, obviously. So what are you feeding your 6-year-old kids here? Seriously.
think it's an Amsterdam hedgehog story.
It must be, yeah.
Hey, we want to know, you guys have had the Euro now for 1 month. How's it going? Is it good? Because, Amsterdam, we had it for a while, a couple of years in Estonia.
Yeah, welcome to the Euro, guys.
Yeah, how's it going for you guys?
Thank you very much.
Any tips maybe?
Yeah, everything.
Any tips?
Yeah.
You guys really are poor. You want tips?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Now that you got the Euro, phone up Brussels and say, we need subsidies. That's what every other small country does. Go,
That's how it
give me
works,
some money.
I think we're doing that very
Well, actually, we're doing fine. I'm in love with my euros. What I love about the euros is that you have to tip less for taxi drivers. Because before that, for 1 lat, our currency before the euro was lat, and you can get like 1.4 euros for a lat. So each time when you wanted to tip someone, you tipped like I don't know,
1.5 euros at least.
Yeah, right. Okay, 1 lat. But now you just tip €1.
Well,
Yeah.
Do the taxi drivers know you? Oh, he's tight ass Tom's coming again. Not going to give us a tip.
Who's on the coin? Have you got the president or do you have a queen or a king here?
No,
or-
the
Queen of Latvia.
everyone that's the Queen of Latvia.
It's the Queen of
Yeah.
Latvia. Can we show?
It's a hedgehog, isn't it? It's a hedgehog. I know it is.
Don't tell Putin it's the drag queen of Latvia, actually.
By the way,
I have them here.
we had a lat with a hedgehog.
Yeah?
Yes, we had a coin with a
one
hedgehog
here.
on it.
Another nice thing we want to.
Oh, there's some.
Oh, there's a lady.
There's a lady on
Right,
it.
there's a lady. Who is this lady?
It's a long
It's
story.
the
It's
Queen of Latvia.
Oh, really? It's the Queen of Latvia.
Let's stick to that. Louis and Bob, there's another thing we want to do with you.
Yes, of course.
We want to play you voices of some really, really legendary Latvian men. And we want to ask you to identify what they are doing in their lives.
Okay, so what their job is, what their profession.
Yeah. That's like the main thing. And we're gonna start with this guy.
Nav. Paradoxāla situācija. Nav ne bunks, neviena nav. Paskatāmies pie tiem vārtiem, neviena nav. Pie šitie visi apstādes aizlaidusies. Kādu mēs ejam lēmumu, daļu no apstādes apstāt pie vārtiem. Es eju augšā un zvanu uzmanam. Labi, ka neierakstīju. Tur gāja visādiem, sevišķi tādiem literāriem vārdiem.
You can say your answer.
Sounds like the mafia boss or something. Because you can hear someone getting hit in the background as well. Just like someone's coming.
Is that the same guy?
Going, yeah.
I heard bonky in there, so I'm pretty sure it's like, some strange mafia guy about to do a hit guy. You the bonky, this guy,
You weren't going to believe us. He has been like a prime minister for hundreds of times.
That might be the problem with Latvia.
But he's really badass. Yeah, okay.
He is gangster.
He is, because even in his lifetime, he has even played drums on a Queen's live show, like
Wow.
the band Queen.
Right.
Seriously?
He had played
He was
drums.
prime minister and Queen was visiting Latvia. So he went and-
without Freddie Mercury,
Can I
of
play?
course.
Okay,
That's where the bonky came in. He was talking about his
right.
drum solo.
But how
with
does that even happen? Is he just like, I'm going to pull rank, I'm going to call them up?
Yeah, hello, this is Prime Minister. I want to play with you.
Okay, if you want,
And it wasn't
That's a
bad.
different kind of call.
if you want to, you can do it. So yeah,
Who's next?
Let's move to the next voice. Oh, you're gonna love this.
Cienījamie latviešu domājošie, vispirms es gribētu aicināt Aleksandru Kurņu tomēr atsaukt šo priekšlikumu.
My pants are already getting tight. Oh.
Yeah, he's a porn actor.
Yeah.
Tāpēc, ka es domāju, ka šobrīd
I can translate
mums jāpieņem ir lēmumi un jāizsaka priekšlikumi, kas mūsu latviešu domājošos.
So porn actor is your.
Yeah, I can hear you saying like, "Hi, honey, I'm come to clean your swimming pool." That's
Right, I've got the pizza. Yes.
The right answer. He works at the zoo. Well,
Which is
he was like he's
Why
like
did you put the Prime Minister back on again?
he's like a mob boss of the zoo.
Mob boss of the zoo?
Yeah, because he works in Parliament and he had never like said officially that he's like a boss of zoo, but everyone knows that if you want to do something in Riga Zoo, then you have to call this guy up.
Hey, we want to do something in the zoo. Who do we call? I don't know.
So I was right. It is a porno.
There's
Yeah,
the
it is.
man, the zoo man.
Zoo porn.
He's really holding on to things. Like if he has to be the mob boss of the zoo, he's not the mob boss of the nightclub, not the mob boss of the old town or something like that. No, the mob boss of the zoo. That's all that was left.
Okay, the next one.
Tā dzīve relikvija, ko nodeva no paudzes paudzei. Arī mana māma pēc kara sudraba pieclatniekus glabāja iešūt Saudekļu jostā, vēlāk tos nodeva man. Lats ir mūsu vēsture, un tāds tas paliks vienmēr. Tomēr notikumi Eiropā un pasaulē šobrīd Latvijā izvirz jaunus izaicinājumus.
Yeah, Louis.
He's not a Latvian fitness instructor, is he? Sort of like, and one,
He's
and
not
two,
very fit.
and three.
He's not
and-
very fit.
Okay.
He's not very fit.
I think he's a sauna mechanic. He's the guy who fixes the heater when it's broken and all the Swedish people start complaining. It's too cold in here. It's gone, what you need to do is turn the thermostat a little bit more on. That's what he's saying.
We have to stop over there because then the president saw.
The people will call us.
People will call us and.
Oh, well, we love them all.
What are you doing here? in the morning?
Such disrespect. We're going to be run out of town.
We're gonna end up this game with the guy, the Latvian guy on Bloomberg television.
Okay.
The quality of the sound is not so good, but you will
Bloomberg
get the
television,
idea.
Tad bija doma, ka, teiksim, ka mazliet jau vienprātība, protams, bijis gan sabiedrībā, gan valdībā. Okay, I will try.
Yeah.
Taking it easy. No, not easy. Okay, it's difficult to find the right word, but...
It's English.
But,
It's English.
Yeah, I think it's the main point I'm thinking, and unfortunately now we meet wealth crisis first time in our life.
I can't believe people have a bad opinion of Latvia after that. Like, that's amazing. We're such a great ambassador internationally, presenting you forward to the world.
Is this again the president or something?
No.
He's not a singer, this guy. Is he? Because he's crooning away there, isn't he?
Yeah.
I like to tell you
For
about
Christ's sake, he got sacked after this.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
He was a financial official.
Finance minister.
Okay.
And he went Bloomberg interview and decided not to do it with a translator, but I'll do it in English.
Yeah.
I can. There's no.
My English is
Which makes very big influence. Of course, we have some.
What's the next area of concern that you're going to focus on to prevent something bad from happening, is what I'm trying to find.
My answer will be...
coming next week.
I will not say.
8:53 minūtes. Louis Zezerans. Louis, it's very, very nice to meet you every time.
Always good to see you, mate.
Always good to see you at the here at the radio. And Bob Maclaren, thank you very much for coming here.
Yeah.
And we hope we're gonna see you back one day.
Latvia's in my heart now that I know where I am.
Thank you very much, guys, and have a good rest of the week. Well, what's next for Comedy Baltics?
We've got the next planned show is the Comedy Latvia. Remember
Comedy
that whole bit? Latvia. Get that right. You're in Latvia, not the Baltics.
Okay.
We've got all kinds of shows coming up around Riga. So if people can just go to Facebook, Comedy Latvia, Twitter, Comedy Latvia, comedylatvia.lv.com, the whole thing, and you can check out all the shows. We've got loads coming up.
Okay, we're gonna do it. Thank you very much, Louis. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Cheers.